Now at 6, authorities in southwest Missouri respond to a rollover crash on the Oklahoma-Missouri state line. Plus, visitors headed to Branson might want to look for an alternative route due to bridge construction. And an anticipated rate drop has many aspiring homeowners in the area wondering if now is the time to buy. We have some expert advice.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Strong, scattered storms roll through our area, bringing thunder, lightning, and rain. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty with a first look at the weather.
Yeah, we've had, again, very similar to what we saw on Monday afternoon, pop-up storms kind of pulsing up, and some of these have dropped some heavy amounts of rain across the region. We've had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, very low grade, meaning winds kind of 50 to 60 and some quarter-size hail. They're starting to down tick a little bit now just because that sun angle is going down, so we don't have as much of the heating of the day, but they're still kind of pulsing up. You can see our cluster southeastern Kansas into northeastern Oklahoma. Overall, they are starting to downtick, and these are going to be completely gone here in about an hour, hour and a half. Have a little complex on the west side of Springfield, and then a little bit of lightning in parts of Crawford County, a little bigger complex eastern parts of Lebec County. But overall now, these have transitioned into just kind of light thunder showers. North of Liberal, here's Girard. You can see some strikes, some showers near Pittsburgh. We can track a little farther south. Here's eastern parts of Lebec County, a pretty good thunderstorm just to the west of Oswego. Again, these really aren't moving. They're kind of pulsing up, pulsing down, maybe drifting a hair toward the west. We have some showers on the southwest side of the Joplin area as well. More thunderstorm chances tomorrow. We'll talk about it here in a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Authorities in Crawford County bring charges against a mother and son following a stolen vehicle investigation. The charges stem from an incident that happened yesterday morning when authorities responded to a crash at the intersection of Locust and Jefferson in Pittsburgh. The collision involved a Ford Fusion and a Toyota 4Runner. While authorities were investigating the crash, they received a call from a person claiming their coworker had stolen their Ford Fusion. That person identified Terrian Williams as the thief. When officers began questioning Williams about the theft, he took off on foot. The chase ended at a residence on East Adams Street, where Williams began to throw heavy objects at the officers. Williams also claimed to have a gun and threatened to shoot officers. His mother, Denise Kimball Hicks, then arrived on scene and moved toward officers, yelling at them. Officers told her numerous times to stay back, but Kimball Hicks refused. They then took her into custody. Williams also refused to surrender, leading officers to deploy a taser, and once tased, Williams was taken into custody. Authorities charged Kimball Hicks with interfering with a law enforcement officer. Authorities issued multiple charges against Williams, including criminal damage to property, interference with law enforcement, and use of a deadly weapon. Authorities respond to a 2-vehicle crash on the Oklahoma-Missouri state line this morning. The crash happened around 7:30. One vehicle rolled over onto the driver's side. The other vehicle ended up in the passing lane. Joplin police say one person suffered minor injuries, and that individual was taken to an area hospital. A traffic alert if you're headed to Branson, Missouri. MoDOT is working on 2 busy bridges over Lake Taneycomo. One project kicked off this week. The second gets underway next week. More details from Adam Woodbury.
2 busy bridges in Branson getting a facelift. This is all part of a $2.2 million project across the area. These 2, spanning Lake Taneycomo, are getting rehabilitated. The first part closed the Branson Landing Boulevard Bridge on Monday while crews resurfaced the roadway and traffic was flowing again on Tuesday. Work on the upper bridge, the Business 65, will kick off on Monday, and that work isn't slated to be finished until mid-November.
It's also getting substructure and superstructure repair, which is kind of like changing the oil in a car, right? It's preventative maintenance so that the roadway doesn't deteriorate any worse, right? So the bridge is in good condition.
According to MoDOT, during the first 30 days, there should be little to no impact for drivers as the contractor will mainly be working below the bridge. That part is expected to wrap up around October 17th. Then the bridge will shut down completely for the next month.
We have a lot of traffic out front every day, so I'm sure they'll do their best, just like they did in the downtown area with that being shut down.
Kirsten Pollard's office is right by the bridge. She says she saw an impact with Monday's closure.
It did for some of my employees. She took about 15 minutes to get here just because of traffic being shut down. So it does affect our commute in the morning, but I don't know how much it's going to affect our clients.
I'm usually first knowledge because I can have a direct line of sight out the window almost to see when the traffic slows down or backs up like that, absolutely.
Jamie Bacon also works right by the bridge. He says most of his business is done online now, so it won't impact him too much, but he recognizes it's a popular route for drivers.
And I personally, if I was having to deal with that, I would look for alternate routes to get from, where I needed to go to minimize the traffic.
MoDOT says there will be a signed detour along Route 65 and Business 65. Again, the work on the upper bridge begins on Monday. The Federal Reserve is expected to cut its benchmark interest rate tomorrow. This will be the first interest rate cut since December. And you might be asking, what does this mean for mortgage rates? Experts tell us not much. It's a misconception that mortgage rates will drop, and tomorrow's rate decision has more of a trickle-down effect on your credit card payments, car payment, and equity lines of credit.
For instance, if you came into the bank, you needed to borrow money, we borrow at X amount, and then, if they lower that Fed funds rate, then that just allows us to lower the amount to you when it comes to borrowing.
Lenders also say if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, never wait around on interest rates. They go up and down. Making big investment decisions should be based on your budget and income. The city of Carthage breaks ground on a new farmers market. We'll have that story coming up. But up first, health screenings for some Joplin students.
Score one for health. KCU meds and KCU dental students are coming together to give assessments for 5th graders in the Joplin area. I'm Ty Parks and I'll have that story.
Young students become patients for a day as Joplin 5th graders help train the next generation of doctors. The students are getting a head-to-toe checkup at KCU Med in Joplin. KOAM's Ty Parks is on the ground with the story.
The halls of KCU Joplin Medical School are flooded with the footsteps of 5th graders as second-year medical students are doing head-to-toe exams.
Medical students are doing it because it's a great opportunity for them to have an actual physical encounter with taking care of human beings, because the first 2 years of their medical school is mostly spent in the classroom learning, all the important things about being a doctor.
The medical students typically practice on lifelike dolls or on actors who pretend to have illnesses.
It's like a little different than performing it on adults, so it's just a different way to hone our skills. Yeah, we have to look out for like dental caries, certain skin conditions, anything that's wrong with like any murmurs that might be present or any different lung sounds that we might find, pretty much everything along those lines.
In addition to the physical exam, the students get a dental exam.
Years as they are dental students and kind of seeing them put into action everything they've learned. They are completely qualified, they know what they're doing, and so being able to now interact with patients and showcase their skills and actually give back to the community is just phenomenal. And
Score one for health is not only a way for the medical students to interact with patients, but also for the littlest of patients to get used to seeing a doctor.
It will help them overcome any sort of white coat syndrome.
Probably what you have to do is just
so if the kids are anxious or a little uneasy when they go to their wellness visits with the pediatrician or when they're sick, this gives them more of a relaxed feel to overcome that white coat syndrome and just be comfortable and see too that that could be me when I grow up.
In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
If something is found during the exam, the children will be referred to a physician for follow-ups. McCune Brooks Healthcare Foundation and Here for Carthage break ground on the Colpin Family Pavilion, the future home of the Carthage Farmers Market and a new community gathering space. This morning, the community gathered to celebrate the project, which is funded through major gifts from local foundations and trusts. Organizers say it'll provide a permanent venue for farmers, families, and community events.
We are so excited. It was really fun to watch the concrete get broken up and then start pushing the dirt around. You can kind of see the layout with the dirt where it's at today. And so when it starts coming together, we're going to be pretty excited to see it all. They say they hope to be up and running by April 1st of next year.
Well, Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas weighs in publicly following the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Marshall co-sponsored a resolution that condemns the killing in the strongest terms, offering condolences to Kirk's family while honoring his role as a leading voice in conservative campus activism. He also addressed the U.S. Senate floor in remarks commemorating Kirk's life.
Let us honor Charlie by living lives worthy of his legacy. Let not your anger turn into hate. Let me say that again. Let not your anger turn into hate. Please don't let Charlie's distractors win. Rather, channel your emotions into fighting with renewed vigor for the heart and soul of this great republic, nurturing the next generation of conservative leaders.
Kirk was addressing an audience at an event at Utah Valley University when a gunman's bullet took his life. He was 31 years old. Tonight there is a vigil for Charlie Kirk at the PSU football stadium parking lot. It begins at 7 p.m. Everyone is invited to attend. Well, a little later, big changes could bring success to the Southeast football program. Ryan has the details coming up in sports.
And thunderstorms will slowly die down as we go through the evening hours, but more chances in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, it's been staying hot outside, and we've had pop-up showers and thunderstorms over the past couple days. It's been scattered. Not everybody's been getting the rain, but the areas that have seen some pretty good amounts. Also on top of that, we're going to continue to have these pop-up storms over the next few days. So what that means for you is better chances for at least everybody to get some rain over the next couple days. But heating of the day, upper level wave pushing through. One severe thunderstorm warning just on the west side of Springfield. Our cluster is weakening very, very quickly. Mainly just kind of some moderate showers out there right now. A little bit heavier once you get into eastern parts of Lebec County. So here's Chautauqua up toward Oswego. Everybody else just kind of showers across the region, and these will continue to downtick as we go through the next several hours. Reason being, we are losing the heating of the day. The sun angle's going down. We don't have the instability. So over the next couple hours, any showers that are out there will be pretty much gone. We're going to be nice and calm as we go through the overnight hours. Let's go into Wednesday morning. Mid-60s to start. Carbon copy of today. Pop into the mid-80s by noon. We top out near 90. But here we go again. Very spotty. Scattered thunderstorms. Some of those storms could be a little stronger, maybe winds 40 to 50, some small hail within some of those storms. Very similar to what we had yesterday. Today is what we will see again on Wednesday. Any storms that do fire up pretty much dissipate. And then as we go into Thursday morning, scattered thunderstorms to start the day. So a little better chance to get a little more widespread. Then periods of showers and thunderstorms Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon, we go back into those pop-up storms once again. Most likely another batch moving in Thursday night into Friday. This is all good news. We could use some rain across the region. Day planner on Wednesday, 66 to start, 87 by noon. High temp, 91. Let's go outside. A great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. You can see those cloudy skies across the region. And that is what we're going to see over the next few hours as we slide back through the 70s. Where we are seeing the clouds and the rain, look at the cooler temperatures. You've got 70s. Where you aren't seeing the rain, look at Veneta sitting at 95 degrees. Let's jump into Friday night. High school football. Yeah, okay. We are going to have slight chance for a few random showers. Temperatures, though, pretty good as we'll slide back through the 70s. All right, let's see what's going on. So what's causing our hit and miss storms? Here's our upper level wave kind of slowly meandering east by Friday. But behind it, there's a stronger wave. Watch this dip in as we get into late Sunday, into Monday. We're getting back into that time of the year that we get into our little fall severe weather season. So we want to watch this as we get into Sunday and also into Monday. All right, let's go 91 on your Wednesday, 87 Thursday, 84 on Friday. Hit and miss storms each and every day. Cooling down a little bit, mainly 80s for us next week.
All right, I'm looking for that cool down. It will be nice to finally get here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get fall in here.
All right. Thank you, Doug. Well, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. Coming up in sports, Southeast High football has a new man leading the program, and his changes are already bringing success. We'll have the details next.
The Southeast Lancers have a new man at the helm, leading the program. While he may be new to the high school level, this coach is a familiar face to the team and community. Phil Hobbs has taken over as the head coach for the Lancers, bringing a wealth of coaching experience. With his time at the middle school level, Hobbs has already formed relationships with the current roster. And by having that connection and bond already formed, the Lancers feel that this transition was smooth.
Many of these guys I've known for a lot of years and coached them. I coached all of them through middle school. A lot of them I've coached in Little League, and so they're familiar with me. Coach Wheeler, my defensive coordinator, is the same way. So it's just that style that we've developed, that rapport that we've developed with them over several years. And so it really wasn't a huge transition or anything. I think they had a good idea of what our expectations were. It was a matter of just stepping in here. This is what we want to do. This is how we're going to do it, laying everything out on the line and getting in here and getting to work together. I trust them. They trust us and what we're doing.
I think it's good just because everybody's comfortable with him. He also goes out of his way to help and just make sure everybody's doing good. Just nice to see a familiar face.
Of play stands out for the Southeast team, as the new coaching staff has made changes to their schemes. The Lancers are simplifying their playbooks, focusing on execution while limiting the stress on players.
We're going to do things as simple as possible and make those things as effective. We ran 5 plays against Fredonia the whole night. What works, we're going to stick with it, and we're not going to have a huge playbook, but we're going to have a playbook that is executable. We're going to be able to replicate week in and week out without having to add more and more every week.
I think it's great because we don't have to stress over different plays, how many plays we have, and all that. We're just able to get out here, know the few plays that we are wanting to run and everything, and we can destroy off of just those few plays because they're always going to work. No matter what, if it's a 1-yard gain, 10-yard gain, anything, they're going to work.
The Lancers return to action on Friday in their second straight road matchup, battling South Sumner. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. That's it for your sports. We're back with more after the break.
There's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Pitt State students honor conservative activist Charlie Kirk with a special vigil. Plus, consumers keep spending despite economic concerns, and the Carl Junction City Council meets to discuss the empty mayor seat. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Our community stories are often uncovered thanks to you, our viewers, and we invite you to share your news tips with us. Scan the QR code and you'll be taken to a form where you can submit a tip quickly and easily. Your voice helps keep our community informed and connected. Thank you for being a part of the story. Final check of the forecast, Doug.
Yeah, still some scattered showers out there over the next hour or two, and then the night's going to be nice and fine. Carbon copy tomorrow, 91, afternoon pop-up storms. Some morning storms Thursday, and then again during the afternoon. We are going to see a couple days with 80s for highs.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.